Title: The Misclassification of Aboriginal American Indians as Negroes in the United States. Introduction. Throughout history, the classification and identification of different ethnic groups have often been subject to misinterpretation and misrepresentation. One such example is the misclassification of Aboriginal American Indians as Negroes in the United States. This essay aims to shed light on this historical misnomer and emphasize the importance of recognizing the true identity of these individuals as Aboriginal American Indians, rather than using the term African American. Additionally, it will highlight the limited number of Africans who arrived in North America during the transatlantic slave trade, further challenging the notion that African Americans are the sole descendants of those enslaved. The misclassification of Aboriginal American Indians. The misclassification of Aboriginal American Indians as Negroes in the United States can be traced back to the early colonial period. European settlers, driven by their own ethnocentric biases, struggled to comprehend the diverse indigenous populations they encountered. As a result, they often lumped together various groups under broad and inaccurate labels, such as Negroes or Indians. This misclassification not only disregarded the unique cultural and historical backgrounds of these indigenous peoples but also perpetuated a distorted narrative of their identity. The term African American is a misnomer. The term African American, commonly used to describe individuals with African ancestry in the United States, is a misnomer when applied to Aboriginal American Indians. While it is true that some African slaves were brought to the Americas during the transatlantic slave trade, the number of Africans who arrived in North America was relatively small. According to historical records, only around 6% of the transatlantic slave trade Africans were brought to the shores of North America. This statistic challenges the assumption that all individuals with African ancestry in the United States are solely descendants of those enslaved. Recognizing Aboriginal American Indian identity. It is crucial to recognize and respect the true identity of Aboriginal American Indians, rather than using the term African American. These indigenous peoples have a rich and diverse cultural heritage that predates the arrival of Europeans in the Americas. By acknowledging their unique history and contributions, we can foster a more inclusive and accurate understanding of the American narrative. Native Americans and Aboriginal American Indians are not the same people phenotypically. It is important to refrain from using the term Native American when describing the reclassified Aboriginal American Indians. It is equally important to understand the reasons behind this choice. The term Native American, which was designated for people with East Asian ancestry, although widely used, can be problematic as it implies a homogeneity among indigenous peoples that in actuality does not exist. Due to the falsehoods of modern DNA tests, many individuals who identify as Native American misunderstand the use of these tests. In actuality, these tests can't tell you where any individual person on Earth is from geographically, it can only connect you to direct genetic relatives. Each tribe and clan has its own identity and culturally unique characteristics and heritage. Pride and honor are practiced throughout the many tribes within the nation of Aboriginal Americans, also known as the ancient Mississippians. This essay was written and published by Robert E. Dent for Origini Sounds on July 4, 2023. All rights reserved. Copyright registered trademark Origini Sounds Publishing established 2021.